Hello and welcome back to the Minnesota Dynasty as we're once again back in the snow. It's Minnesota and Wisconsin for Paul Bunyan's Axe at Camp Randall Stadium. The Gophers have begun this 4-game road trip with 2 straight victories, while Wisconsin enters this contest with 2 straight losses. Minnesota won last year's thriller 45-38 in overtime off of a Sam Graves interception. Can Minnesota get the job done today before the biggest showdown of the season next week against Nebraska? It's time to take on one of our biggest rivals. Let's play some football. The Minnesota offense takes the field as we are underway. Andrew Johnson at quarterback, 15 touchdown passes, 4 interceptions. We go to the ground on first down and 10. It's Alonzo Holland. Big hole as he hurdles up the middle, and Alonzo Holland with a 23-yard run out of the gate. We go straight to attacking this 108th ranked run defense of Wisconsin, allowing 221 yards a game. Now it's Kevin Martindale, and this time they contain the ground game as Martindale gains only 2. Third down and 7 for Andrew Johnson from the shotgun 3 wide. They give him time and duck it over the middle, cannot secure the catch. He drops it, and Minnesota will have to punt on their opening drive. Our stout run defense should give us an advantage today as Wisconsin on first down and 10 goes to the air. Robert McNeil hits Patterson outside, stiff arm and fighting before he's taken down after a 3-yard gain. The starting tailback today for Wisconsin is Adrian Hartman as Amir Sands is out with an injury. 2nd and 7 now for McNeil. Plenty of time, dumped off to Weisbecker, who makes the reception close to the marker. We'll see who prevails on 3rd down and 1. The Badgers spread the field. Inside it's Hartman, and he is hit by Jonathan Starks, but he gets enough. First down Badgers. For those wondering, sophomore running back Chris McKnight is 2nd on the Badgers depth chart as McNeil back to the air, and he hits Weisbecker this time for a first down. Call it 13. A single high safety look from Minnesota as back to the ground they go. Adrian Hartman inside, a first down is picked up. Plenty of room to run through. He gets 12. Hartman still in the game on 2nd down. And McNeil fakes, running outside. He is hit down by Andre Gaines. It's a gain of 1, and it looks like McNeil is shaken up and he will have to leave the field. Enter backup quarterback Edgar Carey on 3rd and 7. Carey from the pocket, outside, and a spinning grab by Miller. Turning upfield on the first down is picked up. That was a very impressive play by Darryl Miller. Carey still in the game. It's 3rd down and 3. And Carey will throw again. Now looking to take off. He spins out of a tackle, and Carey fighting ahead. He has the first down. Poor tackling from our defense. Minnesota appears to be guessing run as Carey fakes to Chris McKnight, and he's taken down in the backfield by Jerry Jackson for a big loss of 5. Robert McNeil has returned to the game on 2nd down and long, and McNeil to the outside, McGrew wide open, and Shane McGrew picks up about 12 on the catch. On 3rd down with a shotgun, and McNeil with no pressure takes a shot, and the pass is nearly intercepted by Paul Green. Maybe your first time hearing his name, is I believe he is 5th on the cornerback depth chart. Wisconsin takes a 3-0 lead and Minnesota takes over. Johnson out of the flats. It's caught by Kevin Martindale. He doesn't get much. It'll be 3rd and 7. Martin Parker and Doug Duckett bunched up to the left as Johnson incoming pressure, but he finds Parker flying across the middle, and that'll be good enough for a Minnesota first down, a gain of 18. Alonzo Holland is the lone back, and Johnson fakes. Here goes Johnson with blocks. He slides under a defender, and he gains 9. A minute 30 to go in the first quarter. Now it's Holland up the gut as he lowers the shoulder and ends up with 7 on the carry. Alonzo Holland with nearly 500 rushing yards on the season, and here he is again. Off the counter, it's Holland outside, and he's taken down from behind, but that will bring him over 500 yards. The first quarter is winding down, and Johnson on 3rd and 8 finds a wide open Adam Kirkpatrick for a Minnesota first down at about the 15-yard line. A 9-play drive already as Minnesota has covered 61 yards, and now it's Martindale breaking a tackle in the backfield, but he cannot escape the pursuing defenders, and he loses 3. 3rd down for Minnesota as Johnson makes a change. Wisconsin blitzes. Here's the shot at the end zone that is nearly intercepted by star safety Michael Woods. Perhaps their best defensive player just drops a big opportunity. This game is all tied up at 3 as Wisconsin takes over, and McNeil to Hartman, but he's taken down by Ben Alexander. No gain on the play. Again on third down, the Badgers spread the field. Four-man rush from the Gophers. McNeil throwing outside and over the head of his wide receiver. Off of his corner route, he got some good separation, but an inaccurate pass. Perhaps the elements playing a factor. 1st and 10 Gophers, David Clark in motion. To the air goes Johnson, and he hits Duckett over the middle. A perfectly timed pass for a 22-yard strike. 6 minutes left in the half, and Johnson down to Martindale. He finds running room and is taken down from behind. He gets 9. Minnesota working in Badger territory. Split back, sends Johnson back to pass. And he throws short outside, and Clark has it for maybe 3. Can they get the job done again on third down as Johnson needs 6? In the pocket, he fires over the middle, and that one's almost picked off. Michael Woods there again. Johnson wanted Kirkpatrick. A windy, snowy afternoon from 51 yards out, and Matt Morris hits this field goal good, and Minnesota takes the lead by 3. It looks like we have another low-scoring contest as Wisconsin takes over, and McNeil gives to Chris McKnight. He breaks a tackle and gains 7 on his first carry of the game. Last year he broke out against us with 171 yards on way to becoming a freshman All-American. 2nd down, McNeil fakes, the pass is tipped and intercepted by Matt Smith! Off the deflection, and Minnesota will take over. Turnovers will be huge in a game like this, and we'll show you how this one was set up. Sean Wright got a hand on it, and there was Maurice Hudson getting in the way of a potential pick 6. We'll take it. Minnesota takes over, a short field. Johnson dumped off, it's Maurice Pratt in the speedster inside the 20, ends up with a catch for 8. Still looking for the game's first touchdown. And now it's Holland on the ground, and he has some running room. He's taken down at about the 5-yard line. Goal to go for your Gophers. Holland producing on only 4 carries so far. Here's his 5th. Inside the 5 and powering into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. They increase their lead to 2 scores. And that is Holland's team-leading 5th rushing touchdown this season, as Kevin Martindale only has 1 actually. A 10-point lead is a fairly sizable one in a game like this, as McNeil wants the screen. He has Adrian Hartman breaking a tackle, now scampering up the sideline for some extra yardage into Gopher territory, 29 yards. Chris McKnight back in the game. He blocks from McNeil, who lobs outside. Weisbecker hauls in the catch over his shoulder, 11 yards inside the Gopher 30. A 3-man front for Minnesota, as on 3rd and inches, it's Chris McKnight breaking a tackle, and here's the power he displayed last year as he's taken down after a 19-yard run. The furthest this offense has driven all day. Option set up, and Jonathan Starks lays out Robert McNeil for a 4-yard loss. A challenging 3rd down and goal from the 11. They give McNeil time, he fires end zone, and incomplete! This was a fantastic play by Andre Gaines. Tony Brown almost had the touchdown, but Gaines rips it out at the very last moment. Wisconsin is able to cut into this lead a little bit, but it's still a 7-point game. Again, it's Alonzo Holland, a great first half for him, as he's still over 10 yards a carry. 65 yards to be exact now for Holland. Here he is again, inside, again running room, and Holland picks up 9 more. I still want to see him have a carry like the first of his career. 2nd and 8 now for Minnesota. It's Andrew Johnson stepping up and delivering to Doug Duckett. He is close to midfield. It's a 1st down as the clock stops. Minnesota still with all 3 timeouts. Johnson back to the air. Quick strike underneath, caught by Jared Rollins. No 1st down. Minnesota calls a timeout, gain of 7. 2 wide left on 3rd down and 3. Johnson pressured, and his pass is incomplete. A free rusher got to him. It's now 27 seconds left at about the Wisconsin 42. Minnesota will play it safe. In many situations, you'll go for it here, but in a low-scoring game like this, we'll take no chances and take our 7-point lead into halftime. Another fun, defensively focused game where Minnesota leads. Minnesota has won their last 2 games by 3 and 1 points respectively. This could be another close one, as neither offense has put up much production. Most impressive player so far today has probably been Alonzo Holland. Wisconsin ball as the 3rd quarter is underway. Back to the air for Wisconsin, and Tony Brown has the catch for 4. The Gopher defense with 3 safeties up high as Wisconsin needs 6. McNeil in the clean pocket, firing, and almost picked off by Matt Smith. Should have been his 2nd interception today. A quick 3 and out to now the Gophers' first possession of the second half as Martindale carries. Broken tackle, will try again. Still powering, and Martindale gains 7. I thought he's always had some underrated power to his game. 3rd and 2. And Johnson, pressured, he'll run outside. A man misses. And Johnson will take off and pick up the Minnesota first down. Gain of 3. Kirkpatrick and Holland in the backfield as Johnson hands off. It's Holland, and Kirkpatrick misses a block, and Holland may be hurt on the play. Alonzo Holland on the ground in pain. He has to leave the field. Maurice Pratt is now the lone tailback. Johnson on 3rd down, firing downfield, and that pass is almost picked off. Pass was thrown to Doug Duckett, and you'll see this play right into Wisconsin's hands. Duckett sits down, and there's 2 defenders with a great chance at a pick. Still a 13-6 ball game. In the pistol formation, Robert McNeil hands off, and John Meyer breaks up the play in the backfield. Hartman loses 2. Another game with great contain against the run. 2nd down and 12, and McNeil with a quick pass to Shane McGrew off the slant. That's good for 6, so 3rd down and medium for the Badgers. They need 6 more, and McNeil has time, and Matt Smith drops it. Are his hands frozen? That's 2 drops on 2 great chances. If you were hoping for more offense, you have not gotten your wish in this second half thus far. Only 23 yards halfway through the 3rd quarter. And now David Clark will lose a couple, so the yardage totals go even further down. Michael Woods with a great play. 3 wide on 2nd and 12, big blitz. And there's Martin Parker with the pass broken up. That was Michael Woods again. I believe he got a hand on it. It appears he did. Martin Parker could not make the grab. It forces 3rd and 12. And Johnson, he wants to scramble, running into his own man, and Johnson is sacked. Andrew Johnson loses 8, and the defenses continue to dominate this contest. Nothing but punts so far in the second half. And McNeil gives to Chris McKnight a quick stutter step, but he has great blocking set up downfield as Chris McKnight picks up 19. Holland and McKnight have been 2 of the only productive players in this game. It's McKnight again, makes a couple men miss, and Chris McKnight for another first down. Again, he's helping this offense drive down the field. They'll keep him in the game on 1st and 10. McNeil to McKnight, and he's hit hard by Jonathan Starks. It's still a gain of 6. 2:02 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hand off McKnight, up the middle and taken down inside the 10. 9 more for McKnight. McKnight drives them all the way down the field. He takes a breather now as Clark on the carry to the 5 and wrapped up by Hudson near the 1-yard line. 3rd down and goal, Wisconsin. Split shotgun as McNeil makes an adjustment. And McNeil is going down for the loss. It's a great play by Marcus Woods, ending the Wisconsin threat. They went triple option and Minnesota shut it down. Thanks to the play from Chris McKnight, Wisconsin's able to add a field goal and make this a 4-point game as Minnesota has punted on 3 straight possessions. Trying to break that trend as Holland now on the carry, and he'll end up with a gain of maybe 2. It's a 3rd and 7 for the Gophers. They need to make plays in the air. Johnson 3 wide. Firing, catch is made. First down, Adam Kirkpatrick. 10 yards and a much-needed conversion. Who can take control of this final quarter? Johnson fakes the Hartman. It's a triple option from Minnesota as Martindale gets the flip. Plenty of running room. Martindale sprinting at the sideline, and his biggest run on the day gets Minnesota back in Badger territory. Now to a 3-wide set for Minnesota as Johnson with the play action. Now bootleg outside. Here comes a defender. Johnson gets hit, delivers to Kirkpatrick, who takes a big hit. Gain of 4. Having to earn every yard. Now it's Martindale bouncing off of a tackle and picking up 4 more. Martindale got up slowly. Maurice Pratt now in his place. 3rd down, handoff. Holland, 1st down, Minnesota. Tries to make a move, takes a big hit. Gain of 6. A key drive to at least make this a 7-point game again. Johnson play action, firing, and Parker has the ball knocked free. Almost a big reception at the 5. 6 minutes, 11 seconds to play, and Minnesota goes to the ground. Martindale will lose 3 in the backfield. That's Michael Woods once again. 3rd and long for Minnesota. They go 4 wide, but Johnson just hands off inside. It's Alonzo Holland busting through 2 tackles. He gets 10, 4th down and 3. Gophers play it safe. They want a 7-point lead, and Matt Morris will give them just that. 16-9, Gophers lead. A fantastic game in the battle for Paul Bunyan's X. Minnesota leads by 7 with just over 5 minutes to play. McNeil rolling out, and this pass hits his lineman in the back. It falls incomplete. Chris McKnight took over last possession. We'll see if they go back to him. It is an option. Here's McKnight outside, makes 2 linebackers miss, and he takes this carry out of bounds. 18 more yards. What a fantastic young playmaker Wisconsin has. Back to the air, McNeil to Miller, who drops it. It's almost intercepted, but Minnesota forces 3rd and 11. And Minnesota will be aggressive. They're pressing the corners on the outside. Great coverage as McNeil is sacked. Minnesota's defense holds, and Marcus Woods gets his 6th sack on the season. Thank you, defense. Now how much time can this offense take off the clock? It's Martindale spinning out of 1 tackle, spinning past another, and Martindale gains 7. Nice nifty elusiveness. Now Minnesota comes out 4 wide. Wisconsin blitzes. Johnson goes down. Andrew Johnson gets hit by a free rusher, and all of a sudden a 3rd and 10. Huge play for Minnesota. 5 wide for Andrew Johnson. He has time, fires, first down. Terrence Johnson over the middle. A big 16-yard connection that sucks some energy out of the stadium. The Badgers will have to begin using timeouts as Holland carries up the middle, and he powers ahead for a gain of 4. The Gophers need 1 yard from the diamond package. Clock running down, and Thompson carries, first down Minnesota. The fullback gets the job done as the Badgers use timeout number 2. Wisconsin running out of chances. They need a stop as Holland carries, but an impressive play to bring him down. Only a 1-yard gain. No timeouts left for Wisconsin. Diamond package. And now it's Martindale. Gets past 1. Still on his feet, and first down Kevin Martindale. That will seal the game. Here is the run once more, a quick move, and then some determination from Kevin Martindale to get the yardage necessary to end this game and ensure that the Minnesota Gophers will keep Paul Bunyan's axe in their possession for the 2nd year in a row. Minnesota defeats the Wisconsin Badgers 16-9. A fun defensive game in the snow where Minnesota increases their winning streak to 3. Defenses controlled the game, and neither team really passed the ball effectively. We rarely had success going downfield. There was the 1 play to Doug Duckett, but everything else seemed to be a dropped interception. Both sides were dropping a lot. Luckily, we had that 1 tip right to Matt Smith, and we only allowed 104 yards passing. That's very good for our pass defense. A huge step forward. But both teams ran the ball successfully. For us, Alonzo Holland and Kevin Martindale down the stretch. But once again for the Badgers, Chris McKnight played well. He showed why he was a freshman All-American last year, and he became their feature back in the second half, but I'm worried when he becomes the feature back overall, and he's the number 1 guy that they have on offense. He is very, very good. Now let's talk some recruiting, as we have some good and bad news. The good being that we now have a kicker for next year, Shane Wood. Not the strongest or most accurate, but we're doing our best after the curveball thrown at us last year with Kevin Curry transferring. Another player we were targeting, Steven Robinson, committed to Wisconsin this week, who was a developmental quarterback who fit our scheme. And I'll still be trying to find another quarterback to develop, so we have a 3rd quarterback on the depth chart at least for next season. This week, Aaron Higdon visited LSU, and it went very well. They won their game, and they're starting to pull away in the race for Aaron Higdon. I think we can drag this out to the offseason, but I'm still somewhat concerned because, like I've mentioned, we have 19 seniors graduating. So while I want to aggressively go after him, I also need to make sure I'm filling in as many roster spots as I can. So these next couple weeks are critical. We have to get as many players committed so we can have that aggressive approach and perhaps land Aaron Higdon this offseason. Next up for Minnesota is Week 13, and I have marked this as the biggest game of the season. Number 5 Minnesota and number 2 Nebraska. Now I'll show you the standings and you'll see why the magnitude of this game is so great. We're both 6-1 in conference, and with only 2 games to go in the season, if I'm not mistaken, the winner of this game is going to the Big Ten Championship. The winner will become 7-1 in conference, and with only 1 game after that, the best that could happen would be that there would be another tie, but the tiebreaker would be going to the winner of this next game. So the West is decided this week. Minnesota and Nebraska. The stakes don't get much bigger in the regular season. What a game we have in Week 13. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed today's game as Minnesota takes down Wisconsin. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you have not already, and comment below your thoughts on today's game, recruiting, Chris McKnight, whatever you have to comment on, or perhaps the upcoming contest against Nebraska. Looking forward to your feedback below in the comment section, but thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys when Minnesota takes on Nebraska next. Have a great day.